Okay, okay, I'm back, and now let's talk about the. Okay, I think these are the thing I already explained, both of the things. So let's talking about the multiple God. Okay, so this one is about the multiple God. So now we understand that there is a, for example, let's say there is God. Okay, I mean, for to them who are to believe the multiple God, they already believe the God itself. So here, multiple God theory means they think that it could be anything. So they think, even the atheist or agnostic think, so they think it could be anything. Why? Because how you can confirm that this is the only possible reason? This can be possible. This can be. What is the logic behind that you saying that this can be possible directly? So they say from their perspective, it could be multiple God, it could be divine God, it could be one God. Okay, so why not? Why you just rely in one thing that could be anything? Because universe himself is a mystery. Himself is the logic himself is anything. Anything. It could be random. It's anything. The logic himself. So this is the reason they think that the multiple God can possibly exist. Divine God can possibly exist too. And this is a different one is like one God too. Okay. So both cannot say directly confidently that there is like only one God, something like this. Okay, just like that. So here's the problem. Here's the problem of the multiple God from my perspective. So you say there is could be anything. Okay, this is your perspective, and I respect it. Because you are having a theory. There could be anything. Why not multiple God? So the multiple God concept those for those who think each God having its own duty. For example, a God is controlling the evil thing that exists in the world, and another God is controlling, for example, the gravity. Another God controlling the something like you can create. That God is always create. His work is to create or something. Another God is something like he created blah blah blah. So each has its own power, and they're controlling the universe. So okay, but the problem is, um, okay. So where it is the picture something? I think I already put it there. I have to find it. Okay, here it is. Okay. Alright. Okay, here is the some fine-tuning theory that's contained. Then is everything if it, like everything is perfectly just predefined. If there was like anything like too much, then it could be a problem. If that less than that, then right now it could be the problem too. So the universe has many constant that predefined. If there was the constant was a little bit of tiny different, less or high, the universe wouldn't be exist. So this could be also possible reason that there is a cause behind these governor of the universe. That's what we say the God. So we're talking about it later. You know, this is was related to the person who doesn't believe in God. Okay. So now let's see. Here's some of the thing, and also we're gonna talk about some hypotheses that some people think that if the God is there, why we have like imperfect reality? I mean, there is many evil things going on in the world, but the God is not doing anything. So maybe there is no God. So some atheists talking about it. We're gonna talk about it later, okay? But let's go one by one. All right. So the problem. Let's go. Let's talking about the problem. Multiple God. So we see the God as we heard about it from the previous lecture, the previous thought. Okay, so the God Himself we know because the universe, He created the universe. So He is the only authority. He's not something, He's not nothing, He is God. He is not depends on the laws. He's not depend on the law that yeah he has to follow the rules, he has to follow the law. He's not that because he's God. He created the laws. At the same time, he is not depend on the knowledge. He can break anything, he can edit anything, he can do anything. So the knowledge is something we cannot say. For example, the concept of God is like the knowledge himself. We cannot say the God knows a lot of things. God has all the knowledge. My personal perspective is God himself created the knowledge. He's not dependent on the knowledge. So, you know, if you think about this is the perfect a perfect definition of God. So if one of its like you change and go against it, means you breaking the God principle. God, I mean, how the God could be, because if that the God can be like that he couldn't be. I mean, it's like beyond. I mean, it's not logical, because God really have to do like this, be like this, to be a creator or to be a supreme principle. So the first thing we have known the God. I mean, let's talk about it. This one is separated. Okay. Okay. So God Himself is complete. Means God not God need not have to be more better because He's the supreme. He is the ultimate, and he cannot be improved because he's the supreme. He is the complete himself. He never born because if he born, he really need a cause. Like before born, he need a cause to, like who. I mean, the same thing like the universe paradox. So same thing. It can be like born, and you may see the difference between universe and God. Like universe, we say the why universe can should have to born because universe having some uh, you know some predefined laws and authority, but God himself is totally different from our perspective. God himself never born and never die, and he never even born. So, and he not like anything. I told you before, not like something, not like energy, not like nothing in himself. Nothing. He created the nothing. You see? Can you imagine? Can you imagine the difference? So he is enough for himself, and everything is depends on him. Okay, so this is the a concept of God, that what it should be. Otherwise, if God has limit, means he is like it's something that it's the logic. If he's a creator of logic, then how can he can be like limit, you know because I don't know. I mean, he's a creator even for the limit too. Okay, but if you see the multiple God means each of the God is not enough for himself. Each of the God is not um, like everything is depends. Like God cannot depends on anything. So if you see the multiple God, then it must be himself is not enough to govern everything. So it means if there is a multiple God means they both have different decision individually I mean you can say they can have an own decision, because they're two. So means they're not enough for himself. So if in order to be powerful, is that is that need to be more than one to just to be powerful, then I would say that should be infinite God, because what it make the powerful, because already know that the God should be supreme principle and the full powerful. So if we see that God himself is supreme principle and all powerful, then with two God, you cannot say one God is supreme principle or all powerful, because he himself is not enough. We can already see he need another one to govern all the things. So this is the problem to have in a multiple God. What is the reason to have a multiple God? He's not enough to do this all this stuff. If he's complete, if he's like not born. Okay, so here's another problem, not born. So imagine the God, like how can it's possible to be two different like supreme principle existing at the same time, because they both are not born. I mean, one must have like first or second, because we already count. You can count first and second. Which one is first? Which I mean, okay. Let's see. This is the logic himself. Okay. Let's see. We're not talking about this one, but it still have a problem that the God himself is not enough to govern all of stuff. He has a limit, because for example, to govern the gravity, he is not enough for himself. Why he need two? Is not enough. If he has limit means he is in limit. And why it means to become powerful, to be have a infinite God? How is that make sense? So which one is more logical for you? To one God or multiple God to just to become more powerful? So one himself is all powerful, we know. So then we don't need other one. Or if we think multiple means more power, means we need infinite God. So it's even not make sense, you know. So eventually that like multiple God, we don't need it. Like God needn't to be multiple to just to govern that thing. He's enough. If he's not enough to govern everything, means he's not all powerful enough. He's not enough for himself. So this is the problem of the multiple God, you know. I can talk more about it, but this is for now, you know. I hope you can relate some of the thing, like why people say why not multiple. This is the reason why not. Because we think God himself is complete, he never born, and he is enough to do anything. And he is like he is the supreme. Okay? That's the reason. If you do believe this one, then multiple means he's not enough for himself. So this is the reason we think that the problem of the multiple God.